ball is the hashtag, so you can... Oh, and here we're actually going to go in game now. They are beginning the match. KerchNet and LGB eSports. So here we go, we're live off on KerchNet right now. So, right now we can see, it looks like they're gearing up on the pistol round for some middle action. And we had a quick little push down Banana, very quick aggression from 4 players, in fact, of LGB. So kind of going for a gamble, didn't work out. And here they are, now KerchNet making their way right up mid. They're getting the bomb down. They got the pick on Huitin there in the A-bomb site. And now Fox is locking down 2 players in the library. This is pretty bad. One of them gets out, but Fox will take refuge in the corner of the site now. So things are looking good for both teams here. They still have 4 men alive, and here they come straight in. Fox is able to spam down one with the Glock before going down there, and looks like we have an easy round. It was a risk by LGB.
Yeah, well, Blade came up from behind, so they really didn't have much choice than to go for it. I think they could have gone together a little quicker, maybe, instead of like waiting around, going short, maybe try something else.
Definitely seemed to be quite effective.
Yeah.
I mean, just a bit of luck there for KerchNet, got to say. LGB's choice.
So it looks like a P250 eco round for LGB. P250.
And one shoddy in the mix on Dennis here. You see KerchNet trying to push their way aggressively up the Banana there, and LGB getting pushed a bit back, and there is the grenade. And they're still just taking it slow. It seems got the caramel right there on Blade, and he's just trying to get some more picks. So they're playing it really defensively right now, just trying not to lose anything. And there's a bit of a dink going on, but not losing too much health and armor at that distance. So it looks like the P250 buy from LGB eSports hasn't really yielded much so far, but they do have a couple players fairly low, and with 3 left alive, let's not underestimate the P250. And here come in the grenades as Crims falls back into the side a little bit. He's got a bit of a crossfire with his friend. Ubik is just chilling there, and maybe a bit disconnected from his team, but are they going to push back? Looks like they are just holding ground still. They're trying to bait out some kind of aggression. They know they've got the mid-range advantage on those weapons. And there's Crim's good pick there on one of the players, but still it's not going to be enough. And it looks like a very, very serious round from both teams here. And there's a great shot there onto Blade, taking him down. It's now 2-on-2, and actually LGB have the health advantage as well as some weapons now. So Ubik, great tapping down to Huitin there, going to get the bomb down, but one's left in construction. He's going to be creeping his way around. Can he take down Ubik there? He falls back into construction. Going to play it slowly now. Excellent. There's Ubik around the corner with the P250, 8 health remaining. Surely he's going to go down here. The odds are massively against him. Ubik stays, got a teammate helping him out. It's going to be the round for KerchNet. But that was a pretty interesting...
That was a really good echo from LB, indeed.
Patience from both teams was very
really
surprising.
You can see KerchNet just sniffing out them on B, just chilling out, like you said, waiting for aggression, which often happens on eco rounds, especially with the P250s. But they didn't go for it. They were playing really cold. LGB. Yeah. Safe play.
You can see they're just going for a straight up eco here. Only 1 player buying, and they're just going to make their way up KerchNet, up that Banana very, very slowly. And again, it's just, I guess they're just going to go for that slow play and just try not to give away anything. I mean, if you want to be a serious team, especially at this level, with teams at this level, you don't want to give away a single weapon, because that's money that goes in the advantage, or rather it hurts your advantage. You may still have one, but it's not, you lose some of that potential edge that you can have. And there is a great pick on Huitin there, catching the player jumping up through to CPL, but Huitin getting the deny there, and there is Huitin with a bit of a peek, gets a bit of information for his team. And so what should KerchNet be doing now that they've lost 1 man and LGB have got themselves an AK?
Well, if we look at the overview, there are 2 people just looking at B and 2 down mid. This looks like they're going for B now. I do not know why. They've seen 1 there, so.
And there's 3 CTs here. So it looks like LGB, Olofmeister getting a great spray there on KerchNet, Fox and Ubik before getting Dennis goes down. So actually some wonderful work done with that AK that was picked up there. And it's already undone the round completely for KerchNet. Brilliant play from LGB there. Getting around maybe where they shouldn't have.
Yeah, really nice play by Olofmeister, who stayed hidden there and didn't go for the frag. Just played safe.
So, the next round has begun here, and LGB definitely feeling good about themselves after winning a round like that, and it's got to hurt a bit for KerchNet losing something that was quite certainly favorable. And here goes Exum with some grenades there. I love that smoke, actually. It's quite interesting to really going to allow him to get some good peeks into second mid. But actually, the action's going on at Banana there with a few players. And the one person they pushed up to try to take over Banana, he failed. So now it looks like the CTs could push down Banana and get some map control down there, which could be quite good. But I guess the focus now goes on to middle. And you can see the bomb is just chilling over there by the wagon, waiting for the smokes to dissipate, perhaps. Just waiting very, very patiently here. Of course, they don't really have weapons to their names, so I guess what would their objective be? I mean, get a few frags.
Yeah, I mean, LGB is playing this round perfectly. I think they're not going for frags, you know, just playing it safe. They know that they have equal round, so
indeed. And
yeah.
Exum just holding it down, very safe play there on the corner. And looks like Quitten's going to finish the job with a double, and that's going to be the round for LGB. So good work from them to bring it to a 2-2 right now after a gamble gone wrong at the start of the match with that pistol round, pushing 4 players down Banana, which was actually, I love that move. I mean, I like a team that takes risks. It's exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's really
indeed.
exciting.
And we already discussed previously, like the expectation we had from LGB to be a bit more exciting, maybe a little less conventional. Great aimers, and look again here they are doing an aggressive push down Banana, which is something that we start to see enter the meta game quite a lot in the top level, getting mixing up aggression on Banana to take it over. And here comes some action up mid, up short. Olofmeister defending, does a lot of damage to the second one that took him down though, and looks like KerchNet will win over that position regardless. But there's still one left in the pit. It's Quitten right there, and he's going to cause a world of trouble. And there is a brilliant headshot there from Blade with the AK-47. That's going to get the bomb down for World Edit, as now they are in a really interesting position here. It's going to be, I'm really not sure who has the advantage here, but World Edit is just hiding by the bomb there.
I'd say LGB had the advantage, since Quitten is hidden here in pit. They had no idea.
A couple of them are quite low now, but UB's got a great position in apartments as well, not even been damaged yet, but Quitten's looking for it, but how's the timing going to work out? And they get caught. So there you go, that's going to be another round for KerchNet. So definitely a very, very close one there. And again, almost you could see perhaps the aggressive push with 3 players. It cued the aggression, I suppose, from KerchNet. And so it seems like, in reality, the Banana plays, the Banana aggressions aren't going super well right now for our LGB eSports team here. And right now, we got Blade trying to be the solo man, trying to get that ground, gain that ground up on Banana here. And you can see 2 members of LGB push quite close to it. And if they can just get this area under lock and keep it, Blade's going to be trying to prevent that. If the CTs, if LGB can get down there, I mean, the amount of information you get is just so useful, and you can really speed up the rotation, but not just speed the rotation, you have the possibility to flank if they do get push up. So, I mean, Banana control is so important. You can see how desperately both teams want that Banana control, and it looks like right now they're just going to have to settle to the standard. We have no information, let's just smoke and chain smoke and just chill with a crossfire. So, good pick there. On to Prozac there, and it's like LGB are holding it down so far. Yeah,
I mean, they're playing really passively. I love the aggression in the early round and then falling back, you know, just to get information, like you said, in Banana. That's a really good move. I really think that they should push somewhere, though, when they got that information, you know.
Yeah.
Because then they know that there are probably at least 3 people in the second mid and 2 down mid.
Well, great coordinated push there by KerchNet, but Dennis, before going down, is going to be a stubborn one, taking down 2 members of KerchNet. So it's a 2-on-3 here with the bomb down. So both are in quite close to the site there, and they're both solo, 12 health and 7. And it's a 2-on-2 now. And oh, KerchNet Fox, he gets a double there, and XM is left in a 1-on-1, and he's going to pick away the head of Fox. So beautiful play there with 12 health left. That round went down to the wire, and XM's going to get the defuse. So wonderfully saved there by LGB, and a very, very well-coordinated push from KerchNet, up middle, up long, up short, just hitting that site from both angles at the same time with some good flashes going in there. You can tell the angles, you know, they've been sitting on the servers by themselves, working out those flash angles, working out the smoke angles, so important, and it's going to yield a very, I mean, at least they got the bomb down, and they killed almost all of the LGB players. It's a lot of money that that is going to be spent now rebuying.
Yeah, I mean, KerchNet is going for a force buy now, actually. So if they lose this round, it's going to be really hard coming back, you know. Gonna have an eco round.
So it's all on Kerch. And they haven't pushed anyone up banana right now, but you can see that LGB playing very, very defensive, and they're floating a player around. They know what's going on. The push up mid has commenced here. You see Huiten there trying to spam a bit through the smoke with the M4A1S. Not going to find anything. It's down to all of my... Only gets one there before Blade takes him down. That's going to be more ground game potentially for KerchNet. As they move 4 men in through short here, Huiten is defending with his teammate pretty well. XM going to go down there, but beautiful hold from LGB. They reacted very, very well with their positioning. Very, very well played by them.
Yeah, I like that setup very much. It's really good. Wherever they come from, they got like all angles, can help each other, avenge each other. So that's a really good setup.
You can definitely see they've got a lot of experience playing together. And I think that's one of the things I love about LGB. They haven't really, I don't remember them changing the lineup in the longest of times, if they have even done so. It seemed like a very tight-knit group of guys who are just having fun with the game, but at the same time, this great competitive spirit as well. So LGB definitely really pulling it together right now. And got 4-3 scoreline. So by no means is this a game that's going in one team's favor just yet. But as you said, that last round was crucial, and it went down to the wire, and now LGB do have a big advantage. They could string a lot of rounds together, and as you can see, a bit of an eco going on with some P250s here for KerchNet. As you can see, Blade backing away there with the bomb. That would be indicative of some kind of banana push here, but they've left 2 in the apartments. I guess they could just be playing on catching someone rotating, maybe grabbing a gun, doing a bit of economic damage. Always a good play to make here. And is Huiten going to be the one they catch? Perhaps not, as he's playing quite defensively in the site there. So looks like LGB are kind of wise to what could happen.
Yeah, I mean, looks like KerchNet is gonna leave one guy back mid. Gonna try for a B push and let Ubik take the other guys from behind on long or A. So we have to see how LGB defends B site. They have pretty standard positions actually. But it's still an eco round, so I mean, that went pretty easy.
Eco frags for everyone. And you know what's interesting, actually? I was having a conversation with Threat on Skype yesterday, and he was talking about how some players, like if you're playing with some players who are very kind of emotional or frag-oriented, like you, as a caller, you want to stick those players on positions where they get the eco frags, where it's most likely that they're going to get the eco frags, because it will enable them to play a lot better, because their gameplay is much more momentum based, much more emotional. And that's like a really interesting consideration actually, because it is very true. Like the psychological nature of all the players is a little bit different. So some players will, with good momentum, are going to stop fragging like crazy, so it's super important. Yeah,
I mean, team play in this game is about utilizing the right players for the right reason, cause. So that's pretty true what you're saying.
And it's like they got 2 people on banana, which isn't necessarily the standard setup. Perhaps he's just getting his mate to try to help him get pushed up quite far. They're taking a bit of a peek in there, shouldering his way over that edge there to see what he can see inside the B area there, and also just showing himself on the radar to the CTs, keeping them defensive. But here they go up mid there, and some great defense. Then it's going to come in from CPL, from Boiler, does catch one, going to go for the second as well, gets it, and that's going to be a great defense there from Dennis, cleaning up, and that's a lot of information as well. But he is alone here on this A site, and they've got one, I think is that in construction there, near construction on B, and they've got another one also on the other side of the smoke. So it looks like LGB should have no problem. Here he comes around the corner. Olaf just blasting his head off there with the M4, and Blade, last man standing with the bomb. Can he make a heroic play to try and save this round for his team? It is absolutely possible, but the time is ticking. There's 15 seconds remaining. He's going to have to get a very fast kill onto Dennis. Can he do it? He's creeping around the corner. Dennis, he hears the running, and he's going to easily get the frag. Would have been very surprised otherwise.
Yeah, that was kind of impossible to get that round, in my opinion.
Yeah.
From KerchNet. Really good play by LGB. Still. Playing stable as a team.
So where do you think the holes are in LGB's game? Is there something you think that is exploitable for KerchNet?
I think KerchNet should try to fake the bomb sites much more. Maybe not send 2 guys in banana to deny the information. Like, just send one guy that holds very defensive to deny the information, while the other guys maybe fake somewhere else, you know.
Yeah, and
it looks like they have a P250 echo again.
And Prizek does get a headshot on the Whitten there. That's 2 weapons down there, up for grabs on shore and on the site there, and they do pick those up promptly. And oh, actually, no, that weapon can't be taken because it's being defended by XM. Very well played there to keep that weapon from being picked up. And already it is now a 2-on-3, but the bomb has gone down. So already they're, really, they've got huge banana grins on their faces. They are happy that they got the bomb down. That is mission success on an eco. Yeah, so definitely. There is the round now going to LGB, but good stuff here. And we should see a buy from KerchNet here. Do you think they should throw some AWPs into the mix, or do you think that lack of mobility is going to be problematic, or do you think it'd be a good choice? What do you think?
I mean, it's really hard to know what's going through their heads right now. They have tried pretty much everything, I would say, except for the fakings. Faking one side, going the other. Haven't seen that much. We have only seen them play 3B and 2 holding mid, trying to get picks, in the back. But I think they should go for the sides a bit more and go for the fakes.
Looks like Crim's there behind the smoke. Might catch someone here, and you can see just a bit of spam going out there. But Crim's also, and I like they're trying to jump over the car, or jump on the car, trying to get that extra vantage, or rather the vantage point provides extra visibility over the smoke, but not quite catching anything. And seems like things are going pretty slowly here. That smoke really did hurt. I mean, I guess that was a great smoke because it really hurt the ability for KerchNet to be very confident pushing up banana. And they didn't really get any information either about what's going on over there, whether there's an AWP there or if there isn't an AWP there at car or something. They just don't know.
Exactly. They had no idea.
And here they are. They're pushing up mid now, and they are just getting ready, getting everyone in position. Here you can see one's on boiler, one's trying to gear up to rush apartments, and he has to win the one-on-one. And you can see a Beak trying to get an early pick there. And you can see even Whitten, they've caught onto this. All the nades are flying now, flashes, smokes, everything, as it is go time. Just charging through the smokes and the flashes. They're trying to make their way up slowly, now up along. But there is a couple CTs there, and the bomb, if it goes down in that position, could be pretty devastating to their efforts here. But beautiful play there from Fox, grabbing 2 with the AWP. Olofmeister quickly rotating for the flank, but it's just one left in the pit. Let's go over to him there. You can see Dennis there in this position is really, I don't know if they must know he's there. He just got flashed. They just threw a flash in his face. So
yeah, they know he's there.
This would be a 300 moment almost from Dennis to survive this.
2 of them has 30 HP, so it's not impossible. He's still Dennis, so.
And it's so much luck here because he knows there's one in the apartments, but he's not even going to get to test that. But I mean, that's always like that position. Like, he's there, and he's waiting to peek you.
And he knows that everyone knows that he's there. Then it's really difficult to
like, when
get
do I
somewhere.
Look,
for sure. You need to pull off some crazy shots there.
Most certainly. So, right now we have...
that was the first gun round they won, right? Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Oh wow, Fox losing the AWP duel there to Olofmeister. That is a huge loss there. That is a massive loss for them, losing an AWP so early in the round. Now they just got... I mean, they could pick up the AWP, but I suppose with that, I mean, the AWP means that one player is kind of immobile. So it's... If there are 4 men left, you want to make a combined effort quickly somewhere. So I guess it can be much harder to deal with that than just having 4 AKs and being able to kind of go and react much quicker. So perhaps, what would you do right now? I mean, you've got 4 players, you've got 4 AKs. From what you've seen from LGB so far, they did get a pick. It's 4 versus 4. It should give a terrorist advantage. Like, what is the right play for them here?
Yeah, the terrorist definitely has an advantage, and I think they're doing the right thing right now, sending Blade towards B to just sniff out the opponents, check where they are, get some information. Are there 1 or 2 there? Which means that there are probably only 2 at A. Mostly.
Here we go. They're throwing some grenades up. You can see the bomb.
Here comes the fake.
Is running back. Yeah.
This is very smart by KerchNet. Since there are only 4 people alive, they know that 1 will hold B alone.
Will it be successful? Here's Crims behind the side. Oh, he does go down. He gets it,
nice
but that's not going to finish him off. He needed another shot, but it's not going to happen. Ubik there, getting the bomb down, and you've got a CT player. It's XM rushing through, going slowly through construction there as the grenades fly in onto the bomb site. Ubik there at the back. Can they hold on to this? They do have the post-plant setup. It's not super ideal. There goes a trade. You can see what are they holding the back, and Prizrak's going to be able to get a pick there. One play coming through construction. Another headshot onto Whitten. LGB are suffering as they lose 1 round right there, and KerchNet are going to be feeling good about themselves, especially after the situation where they lost an AWP very, very early on. I know that can be very discouraging, especially if you're the AWPer, losing, like going into a round, buying an AWP, and then losing it straight away.
That's really harsh.
So cost inefficient, it's unbelievable.
Because buying an AWP, that always means that you think that you will get a frag, like automatically. You should get a frag automatically for your team. And losing it early, that's just horrible.
Yeah, I think you need to like keep it around alive for like at least 3 or 4 rounds before it to even be an efficient kind of buy as well, because it's so expensive.
Either you go very, very aggressive and catch your opponents off guard, or you play very, very defensively.
Well-timed nade there from LGB's man of apartments. You can see Quitten there, going to get flashed in by his mate. That's a great pop flash there for Quitten to try to get himself out there. And he does get the kill on Prizrak as well. So beautiful team play there coming out from LGB to get that pick. That aggressive move from the C teams early on. You can see XM's got a mag, and they got a FAMAS in the mix as well. So their buy situation wasn't too great. So they're really looking to win this round very, very desperately. Otherwise, they're going to be pretty screwed on money. So we got World here creeping up, going to go for the shouldering of that edge, see if he can catch anybody. And here's Fox with the cover on the short angle, but he's going to back away. So it looks like they're making their effort with the bomb onto B. Let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, look! Actually, it looks like they're. Oh, wow!
That timing.
That is sick timing. LGB evacuating the B bomb site. They do have one player. He's still. Oh no, he's actually not going to be peeking at all. But Blade, he might be able to catch him there. Gets himself through construction, checking every single spot. They can't believe that it's clear right now. They can't believe that there's not even one CT player. But there are some close. And here they come. It's Olofmeister. He's going to get a pick onto Fox before the trade does happen. So that's good play there from World. Beautiful headshot again. They're just cleaning up here. And Krim's now alive with 17 health, but the time went out, actually, which I just didn't realize. The time went out. That's unbelievable. I thought they got the bomb down.
that round was crazy.
Oh no, he killed.
Yeah, he killed the bomb planter.
The planter.
Yeah.
Oh my, I can't believe I didn't notice that. He killed the bomb planter just in the key seconds.
Yeah,
that was actually very clutch there from Olofmeister to win that round for LGB. And again, to re-emphasize on the money point, on the economy, that was so crucial there. Such a crucial round to be won. And remember, let's not forget that first pick from that amazing team play with the pop flash into Boiler there from Quitten. That was beautiful, and that really helped them out as well. And definitely LGB not afraid to be aggressive, but can KerchNet bring this one back? It's 8-5 right now. We're coming close to the end of this first half, and so far we're seeing a very standard round. Got one guy pushed, or trying to push up Banana. Krims is actually there. This is a very kind of vulnerable spot. You either get a kill or you die usually. I mean, it's not the best spot in the world, but you got Ubik here, going to be pre-nading apartments. They got 3 players around, very close there, around the wagon as well.
Okay, so it looks like they are setting up for A, but I think they're just going to try to get a pick. Since they're staying pretty defensively in Banana, maybe they're trying to get a pick on A. If they do, they go for A. If they don't, maybe they do a B split, or just an A fake. We see they're moving up mid now.
Beautiful pick there from XM on the mid aggression, and now they're going to hit Banana, and here they are. There goes an ace. Good flash there, but not good enough. Blade's going to take him down. Krims is going to fall, and Blade going to try to secure the rest of the site, but here comes Olofmeister again. Can he be? No, he's not going to be able to do it again, and that's Dennis and XM left to try to kill 4 players. So here you go. You can see some of the spam there, and off onto Blade at the back here. Let's go into XM, as XM's going to be peeking around coils. Doesn't get the pick, so Fox does grab the kill onto XM there. And I also want to quickly point out as well that round where Olofmeister was able to kill the bomber just before the round timer. Of course, we saw them evacuate the site. So it was like really interesting timing, because I guess of course they did that because they're looking at the clock and they're like, well, they haven't come Banana, but if they're gonna hit the site, it's got to be now, because otherwise they're gonna run out of time.
Yeah, exactly.
And so they kept a couple very, very close just in case it was going to be B. So very, very smart play from LGB. I mean, so much thinking going on there. They're really considering these options very, very well. And a very standard round here from both teams on the setups right now. Looks very, very standard. We've got I guess quite a defensive setup for LGB, not really pushing apartments just yet. And of course they do have P250s and a shotgun in the mix, so
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to do.
I mean, it is the last round of the half, so they're just buying everything they could, having their money pretty screwed after the last round. And Dennis going to go down there and Exum trying to make his way up apartments. And here he goes, going to make the peek through balcony. Are they looking in time? Oh, we'll switch on to Oliver. Thank you very much, auto-director. As Crims puts some pain onto Fox there, dropping him. So actually they make it down to a 2 versus 3 right here. And we have Prizrak on 4 HP. So if only they could get a weapon, but they just can't do it. And they're going to come in 3 together with AKs. And he's at 3 boxes, but can he do anything here? He doesn't actually manage to pick off more than 1 there. And Ubik going to put the bomb down, but okay, the approach there. So Blade could wait for the 2v1, or he's going to go for this, and it's going to be a 1-on-1 now, but he still only has the PT50 to work with. Ubik's not super strong. He's got a Molotov there. He's throwing out everything in his pack. And Whitten there picks up the AK-47. This is really dangerous right now. Can Whitten make this 1 versus 1 happen? This would be absolutely massive after the pretty much eco, but no, Ubik's going to get the frag onto Whitten, and that's going to be the end of the half. 8-7. So definitely very back and forth there. So,
very balanced, yeah.
And it's hard to, I mean, there are so many kind of important moments for either team, but they just kind of ended up hitting this equilibrium here of 8-7, which is very, very tight scoreline. So any thoughts on that half?
I mean, both teams played pretty well, actually. I think that KerchNet could have played a little faster on the rounds.
Yeah.
Because they, like you saw, the time ran out once. And that's really not supposed to happen in any game.
No. And let's imagine they had resistance, because they just walked into the site. If they had resistance, definitely they wouldn't have been able to have the time to plant as well.
No, of course not. It was really tight time.
And it looks like we're getting into the next pistol round already. So this is it, the second half here between LGB eSports and KerchNet. So it was 8-7 first half to LGB. So LGB definitely having a very close affair, but they had that risky play on the pistol round. Looks like we got a relatively simple setup here for KerchNet on the defense here. There goes 1 grenade. They're pushed quite far back. This is really smart here from LGB to just push them right back on Banana so that the rotation time is quite far. And wow, Olofmeister going to pick off Ubik there. That's actually beautiful, because now they have so much they can play with. They can really threaten with a rush, or they could do a fate. They can do more or less anything they want.
They have so much map control right now. KerchNet have no idea where they're going. They've only seen one player mid. Now they're calling apps.
Wow, the 5-7 jungle is going to take down 2. Fox with brilliant work there from the bedroom. Olofmeister going to try to finish him off, and not before Fox clips him with a nasty shot, putting him down to 10 points of health there. But regardless, they will get the site. But do we have a sneaky player on the site? We do. Well, that is sitting there on the pit. He's going to hit the plant. He's going to try to stop the plant, but he couldn't hit the shot.
Oh,
I'm going to call P2000 on that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to call P2000 because I swear to God, he's aiming straight on the head there. I don't know what happened.
He's going to be so angry right now.
That could have been it. But look at this. Prizrak has we've not heard the end of him right there, but finally quitting will silence him, dropping it with that Glock. So, with that 5-7 rather. So beautiful play there from both teams. It's just a shame that the clutch couldn't emerge from the pit, and instead it was a bit of a fail. So
yeah, that was a bit unfortunate.
So LGB winning the pistol round, already being ahead by 1 round at the start of that half, and now KerchNet, they're forced to an eco situation. So, I mean, what do you like to go for on your ecos? Because there's so many options in CSGO.
Yeah, definitely. Depends on if you're buying P250 like KerchNet has right now. I think P250s you can do, either you can go very aggressive or you can play very defensively, just because you can one-shot a player with a P250. You know,
yep.
It dies by 1 shot. So,
and we can actually see when I just checked the scoreboard there, Fox didn't buy anything because he's their AWPer, so he needs to save as much money as possible to be able to get the AWP on the buy round, but the rest of them spent almost all their money on P250 armor. So here you go, some good aggression here from LGB in onto A. But look at these trades from KerchNet, absolutely phenomenal here, picking up a Galil. Not the best weapon he could have picked up perhaps, but it's going to have to do the job. Exum in the big pit there, spying those headshots from long range. Beautiful tapping action there onto Blade, dropping him straight away. It's all down on the shoulders of Ubik. He's going to pick up that Galil try, and there it is, the Galil. But the Galil at that range is quite useless. It's going to be very hard to do it, and there you go. Olofmeister will drop Ubik as well. So the round going to LGB as would be expected, but the damage dealt was, I think, quite worth the investment of P250s.
Absolutely. They messed up LGB's economy a bit, at least. It's better than nothing, I guess. I don't think LGB should have let KerchNet get as many frags as they did, but I guess the same happened to KerchNet the last time, so when LGB had P250s.
Indeed, and I think onto Exum there by the silenced USP of Prizrak. And they are going for basically a full eco now because they did the P250 thing, and now to be able to do a almost full buy, they need to, I think it's slightly over 5,000 for a full buy, all nays, kit, everything. I think it's like 5,500 or something for CTs, but
yeah.
With the M4 A1S, it does change a little bit, but they need to save, so that's what they're doing. And if they can get any kills, I guess that's going to be the goal on this round, but we've got a push gearing up here, perhaps on Banana, just a little bit peeking at least, to try to get a pick. And we do have we don't really have a stack anywhere, but we do have 3 on the B side, which is notable.
Yeah, I mean, KerchNet just want to pick up some frags this round. Try to mess up their economy a little bit more. They actually have 3 people on the B site.
And here they come, actually. Beautiful headshot there from Prizrak. And actually, LGB are going to be like, I think we'll try A now. And they're going to rush on over to A. And they've only got 30 seconds, so they are committed with this A play. There's no being slow at this point. It's just throw the nades, get in, and that's going to be it. And right now, we're going to have probably, I guess they could... Did they drop a weapon when they killed Exum? I don't see any of them picking up a weapon there. And LGB Hilton there is going to be doing some damage to the guys in Graveyard. Taste on Ubik on the site as well. So picks up the bomb, saving the round for his team here because it could have been a bit nasty with those positions. 3 LGB players left alive against the 2 of KerchNet.
I mean, it was 7 seconds left on the round, so they had plant the bomb there. It was getting kind of tight with the time, so.
Myself watching short here.
It looks like they're just going to get some exit frags.
Yeah, that would be a great result. If they could just if they could get an AK in their hands, would be a brilliant result. Oh wow, there you go. Blaze going to pick up the kill and get a bit of money for it with the PT1000 there, as well as obviously forcing a new buy from the guy he killed. So very, very important there on the economy to try to make sure that they can keep it as even as possible and eventually get that advantage, get the eco rounds happening for LGB as soon as they can when they start winning some gun rounds by depleting their reserves whenever they can. And you got the AWP there for Olofmeister, and we've got Fox on the AWP as well. So some good stuff here from both teams. So let's check out Fox here on the AWP duel that is sure to commence on mid, or will Olofmeister go for Banana with his... Let's have a look here. Will we get an AWP duel? Fox.
Actually gonna peek mid for a while, I guess, Olofmeister before he's going towards B.
Yeah, so go back to auto director now as Fox does throw the grenade, and there's Crims pushed up right onto Boiler here, and the angle is being watched. They know of this, and he's still going to get the headshot onto Ubik there. That AK devastating, that one-shot kill, and Olofmeister scanning through the smoke now, but they did take down 1 player, so you can see that they floated Blade over onto the A-bomb site so they can reinforce, and LGB looks like, I mean, B would be their site of choice, but they can't know that.
Exactly.
And they're all just gathering up in second mid right now. It's just chilling, waiting for the perfect time. And perhaps they should, I mean, should they be this slow? Are they taking it too slow?
Well, they're actually going for a fast A push here, I think. Just setting up for the nades. So here they come, up mid.
Beautiful smokes. Look at the way the smokes land. Perfect. They can get on the site, and what are they on Apartment's position? Can't do anything there. You can't see anything. They can walk by, get the bomb down, get all the picks there, play it dead in pit. Still, the world edit is sitting there now in the pit, but they have won over the site more or less, but they've got to get that bomb down. Beautiful play there from Whit and tapping down world edit. It's now just Prizrak alive. He's going to come in and he's going to get the spray down on one of them, and the second as well. Prizrak, beautiful clutch there. 1 versus 2, and the defuse. Beautiful round there from both teams, because I mean, you got when teams are, I think, learning how to play as a team. If you, let's say you want to go on whatever site, play whatever league, whatever LAN, you got to know the smokes when you're entering a site, and you can get the demo of this game and just watch how they smoked that round, because it was pretty much perfection. You see they just got straight into the site.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing stuff.
It was really
there.
good smokes, indeed. Right back from the second mid as well. So
Yeah.
Really, really good smokes.
Timing was really nice. You can see that they have clearly spent a lot of effort in picking up the timing on these things. And revealing his shoulder a little bit too quickly there. Prizrak is going to take advantage, and Whitten is no longer. He's now a dead man, and his team aren't liking the banana position as much. They all kind of fell back a bit, and
it looks like Creams is gonna try to get a pick here in mid, and that his teammates avenge him if he dies. That's a really good thing to do, I think, with an AK. I think they're going for long here. Try to get a pick. Okay, they're actually gonna fall back. No? Yeah, they're going straight for A, I think.
And they are a man down compared to our CT side, KerchNet. And so KerchNet, they still got 2 men in the site on banana, and there's going to be kills happening all over the place here, as Ubik in the big pit is holding it down with his teammates. There's still one near Graveyard, though. He's going to drop into the site, but not before he gets taken down there by Dennis. So, interesting stuff here. 11-9 scoreline in this second half. Of course, if you just tuned in, we're live on FACEIT TV. You're joining us for the DreamHack Winter Qualifiers for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And we have KerchNet and we have LGB eSports for the round of 16 right now playing. So this is best of 1. It's Inferno, and right now it's looking like KerchNet are having a bit of a hard time. They've even got a FAMAS in the mix here on Blade. And if there's a FAMAS being bought, you know that the reserves of money are pretty low. See right there, they're on a pretty tight buy. Both teams are on a really tight buy right now. So this round is incredibly important, looking at the money, because the team who loses this round has to eco next. So
yeah, definitely. I mean, KerchNet has won the 2 last rounds in a row, so I guess they have a little bit momentum.
So KerchNet, this could be the game for them. Basically, this round could be the most important round of the last 10 or so for them. It's really gonna, because if they lose it, it could just be a streak of rounds that ends the game for LGB. So this is really crucial. It looks like we've got to push up on mid, commencing here. You can see, switching to World Edit, just positioned in the site. Very defensive positioning here. They're playing this very, very safe. And LGB are kind of wise to this. They're going to push around long, which is a great reaction. Smoke's going down, covering the arch, covering Library, giving them only one place to aim. They all gun down Fox there. And also Ubik's going to get down, not before getting a trade though. World Edit with another trade. Blade coming in from the back with 2 and almost making it. It's now 1-on-1. Dennis versus Prizrak. What is going to happen here? We've got Dennis there on the site, but if we check over here, Prizrak there, sneaking in from behind. He spots him first, and he gets the headshot onto Dennis. So crucial there from KerchNet's Prizrak, absolutely saving his team. That was, again, from both teams, amazing.
That was really nice. The thing is that LGB can do one. Okay, they're actually going. Yeah, they're gonna do 1 eco round now. And then they're gonna buy next. The thing with the last round was that Dennis was pushing long a bit too slow. So he let a CT come right from behind on long and take 2 in the back. That's not really the best thing that can happen in that moment.
And it looks like we have all men pushing through Boiler here. So this is going to be an interesting exchange here.
This is really nice. The blocks are so good.
And there you go. Just picking off loads of players with the P250s, getting another dink there, 2-on-2. This is quite a sick eco here from LGB eSports. If they were to take this round away from KerchNet, the damage would be perhaps irreparable. And Blade getting 1 onto XM. It's a trade, and finally Prizrak to take down the last offender. But the damage was done. There's so much economic damage there. They're so fragile.
That was so close. I mean, the last frag there, he had them both like lined up in a row. It was really, really unfortunate that they didn't get the second frag as well.
So 11-11 right now we're looking at, and things are shaping up for both teams on the economy department. After that great round from LGB, they really like killing all those players and getting the money from it. Really that evened things up massively. So it's a really tense game right now. It's so close. The margins are just. It is a game of inches. If anyone's familiar with the Pacino speech from
it's really
Sunday,
back and forth.
It is a game of inches. And Dennis, you can see him pushing for a pass, but look at that vantage point. But It does not matter at all. Dennis finds World at its head and cuts it clean off with the AK. Crim's going to do exactly the same to Blade. And Olaf Meister, just gunning down 2 there with that spray onto the site. It's like they're lining up for him. And this could have not gone any worse for KerchNet. Not at all. I mean, they haven't even taken down a single player. Prizrak's got to be thinking about the save right now, which means, and he goes down as well. So no economic damage done at all to LGB.
That was really sick. That was really sick. Was it Dennis in apps that one-shotted the World Edit? That was really crazy.
And then Crims, and then Olaf with 2.
Yeah.
And Whitten with the last one.
That's the thing with LGB. They can just let like Dennis or Olaf Meister or XM or anyone in the team, basically, Crims and Whitten as well, just go alone, try to get a pick, get information, let the other work together, just see where it takes them.
So here's Woda, they're going to push close in apps here. Can he find himself a frag onto Dennis? That would be remarkable. Then going to pick up on the AK. Oh, he does get a dink, but can't quite finish it off in time. Dennis, great reactions there. Does drop World at it as they make their way by the wagon and perhaps just chilling now, just trying to chill a bit. Because now they just have to work out where the gap is in the defense, I suppose. And where is it going to be? It looks like it's going to be at B. And it looks like they are sniffing that out because they're all making an effort up B. There's 3 at least around there. They've got the bomber just chilling with, 4 in fact, and now they're actually going to go back to second mid. So it doesn't really matter what they do. They've got AK, surely they're good for this. And there's only like a couple PT50s in the mix, and so they're going to be fine, I think. Here you go. Right up long again. See that they don't even care to smoke arch. They know they've got a massive advantage on players and weapons, on money, on everything. LGB just steamrolling right through long there, up onto the site, dropping players left and right. And now there's just 1 remaining, pushing his way through arch, but the vantage point there from XM on Graveyard is very, very good for that position, but he's only got 22 health, so he's going to relax a bit, which is fine as well. And we can see right now Prizrak, he does have an AK-47, so it is most certainly over for this round, but we may not have heard the last from him. He might try to get an exit frag here.
Yeah, he probably will.
Keeping that AK alive is very, very crucial. As he's running away, we can check the scoreboard here to see the money is not in the best of shapes for our beloved KerchNet. They are suffering somewhat, but it is still a tight scoreline. And after this round, you can see they won't be able to buy, but they will have an AK still on Prizrak. So what would you do? You got an AK? Oh, actually, they're going to go for a Blade is going to buy. Interesting. All right. But 2 of his teammates can't really buy.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of miscommunication.
Yeah, I guess they're not going to have very many nades, and you can see 2 decoys there. And
yeah, because he saw them buying a little bit later, so I think that
so
they weren't really.
You think it should have been another eco?
Yeah, I think. I mean, they had an AK and they had some cash. They could have bought like P250s and made a like half echo.
Yeah.
Tried to push somewhere with the pistols. Tried to get a pick with the AK. Just tried to get picks and messed up their economy.
I do like the sound of that. The AK P250s and.
Yeah, it's a good combination.
Hide that AK in the back or something sounds pretty fun, but unfortunately they're going to be going for this kind of half buy with a couple of FAMASs thrown into the mix, and then for A4 and then for A1S with that AK. So looks like we have the push or the aggression coming in up on mid a little bit, but it's just aggression isn't quite the way to put it. It's more just gaining ground, slowly edging and edging and edging, seeing what you can see around each corner, shouldering it, seeing if there's anyone on that angle, then slowly making your presence felt, but not take any extreme risks. You can see Dennis is in a really important position. He could catch rotation, and look how close LGB players are to the site, and look how far away the 3 KerchNet players on AR. And Dennis, he's going to be huge here. He catches 1, beautiful there, and he's just going to go straight through CB spawn. And here comes the aggression. It's all up on Prizrak. He's got to get 2. He does it. Gets the double. He gets a triple with Blade as well. Oh, they are just chiming in with one after another. That's 4 players going down in tandem, and now it's just Dennis left. He did get 1 crazy pick over at A, but right now he is stranded, isolated, alone. Nothing much for him to do. And there you go. Beautiful hold there from KerchNet. Absolutely brilliant.
That was really solid. I mean, that was really a big risk by KerchNet buying, because if LGB won that run, they will be up by 14 to 11, and KerchNet will be forced to have an eco round. So it's a really good round with KerchNet. Let's see what they can do this round.
They are certainly making this a close and intense match. There is no AWP for LGB, but there is one on Fox here. So Fox actually, I can see on the radar, is falling all the way back to defensive positioning around the kind of library area, and they're actually rotating Blade all the way back onto A as well, leaving one on his lonesome on B. So this is interesting. If they figure that out, this is a very vulnerable position now for KerchNet.
Yeah, it really is. See what LGB is gonna do. They're gonna send Dennis to apps to try to get a pick.
LGB certainly like to use all the time. Every round, they really, every single round is they cut it right to the closest point with time.
Yeah, exactly.
But it looks like they're heading on to 8 now. So interestingly, after seeing they did the quick float over right onto A, put 3 men there. But it's been so long since anything's happened, no information. But here they come, they've been right. KerchNet could have the perfect setup to deal with this. Can they execute though? Here come Crims with one quick headshot there. And what are they going to get Dennis as well? Fox put to a close range duel versus an AK. That's not going to go right. Olaf Meister there getting that bomb down. It's a 3 versus 3 here with one still in the pit, one in the apartments. This is so doable here for KerchNet. Can they make it happen though? All the players from LGB on the site, spraying down through smoke, going to go down. Switten there, all alone on the bomb site. There is one jumping, going to get a headshot, and he gets a second headshot as well. How did he pull off that shot? That was remarkable, absolutely mental there. Just, I mean, was that a spray control or was that luck? What was that?
That was just going nuts. That was really crazy.
Super Saiyan.
The weird thing is that LGB did the exact same round a couple of rounds ago, where they just pushed A, just like that, and KerchNet had the exact same positions, and they didn't respond in another way this round, so that was kind of weird.
And they got kind of lucky that LGB decided to go A. They had like a really sick and unexpected kind of setup in A.
Yeah, really.
And KerchNet, they couldn't execute. I mean, Crims just walked into the site, boom, instant frag. And once that happened, it started to just snowball from there. And KerchNet, now this is it. I mean, if they lose this, it's 15 rounds for LGB. So just taking a quick look at their money, I mean, they did do like a bit of a buy here, so just Ubik left with some money. So the next round, even if they lose this, they're gonna be without any money. So this is pretty much match, like right now, in the hands of LGB. They have everything they need to close this one out. This very, very intense and close best-of-1 match for the DreamHack Winter Online Qualifiers here on FACEIT TV.
Yeah, it's been a really close game, very much back and forth.
We got, again, Prizrak on his lonesome at B again. And he's even taking a position that's kind of gives him easier rotation towards A. So it really tells you that they really have no idea about this, but now they're going to know. They take down one player and they're like, where is everyone else from your team? And effective fake here coming in from LGB straight onto the bomb site. Prizrak going to trade with one. Should he have waited? I don't know.
Nah, I think he should have gone. Just did like he did. Just try to get a quick pick, you know, because he got the site.
And it looks like they are trying to get in through construction here. And it's going to be denied by Olafmeister getting a double. Here comes Well-Edited in, trying to spam down the player on 3 boxes. Witten does go down. And wow, they get the one on construction as well. And here is the defuse. Is there time? There should be time, just enough time there. Yeah. No kit, but I mean, it's so sad when you have no kit.
Yeah, there was a big risk running in pool, like you said, but he got a frag, and that made a lot for the team.
Yeah, I mean, again, they would be broke. They would be so broke right now if they lost that. It would be over, absolutely over. But that KerchNet, for all let's say the things that they've the chances they've given up to maybe put themselves ahead, the guesses that they've made which have been so correct and they can't quite execute, or let's say the guy on big pit trying to shoot down the diffuser early on in the game, they've had all these little errors, but they're still keeping it so tight, they're still winning the rounds to keep themselves in it when all the odds are against them. And LGB right now are going to be getting a little bit frustrated with that, and it is going down to the wire. 14-13 is the score here on Inferno, and we can see that they are posturing themselves up on mid, up on apartments, and Blade's going to throw a grenade there and rotate round to construction onto coils here. So for once, it seems like KerchNet are keeping 2 on banana here, and they haven't had much information.
LGB is actually setting up for the fast A split again. So let's see.
Yeah, his Well-Edited on the cam. He's going to be able to defend against this, but can he get the frags? This is always a nice angle. He's going to throw the smoke there to protect his friend in the site, and just flashes everything is going out of the hands of Well-Edited right now. Can he catch the frag though? It's so tense. These frags on the entry are so important there. It goes to World at it though. He does take down one on apartments. That's so helpful here. But can his teammates from LGB, can they reconcile his death here? Exum going to jump in the pit, trying to gun him right down. Ubik in the side here. Is he noticed? No, he isn't. He's going to get 2 there with the M4A1S. That's huge there. Prizrak coming in from behind. Quitting though with great reactions, but it's not enough. It's going to be Blade that ends the round in KerchNet's favor. That's 14-14. And LGB, they must be frustrated because it looks like they're going to win so many times. But KerchNet.
I mean, that position from Ubik there in sight, it was really unpredictable and really, really good stuff by him.
Absolutely phenomenal stuff here. So, what have we got? What have we got here? We've got an eco going on for for LGB, and that's going to essentially, unless something crazy happens, give the round to KerchNet, and then LGB going to be playing for overtime.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a really interesting setup. And can they make it work here with their defense, or are LGB going to do something nuts? We know Quitten from that crazy Deagle clip.
Yeah.
So will he do? I mean, does he have the Deagle?
I mean, all of these guys are great with pistols.
And they are making their way up long here, as you can see, but Blaze with great position there, just spraying him down as he jumps across Quitten. Not going to be feeling that. And Crims right there, and his teammates kind of stuck there on that choke point. Blade, beautiful double there with the AK-47, and not even able to take a single player down. It's going to be very hard. Looks like Quitten up with the pause here in freeze time. So not sure why he requires a pause, but perhaps they're going to use it for a bit of... oh, okay, it's Go TV, so...
Yeah.
Of course, there we go. It's going to go straight back into it. Perhaps they wanted to talk a little bit about their last round.
Yeah, probably.
Because it doesn't even seem like they have any problems of the logistical kind of technical issues.
I think they just talk really quick between each other, what to do, what has happened so far as terrorist side. Should try something different, probably.
Yeah, I mean...
this last round will be very interesting now to see what LGB is going to do, because they have to pull off something really good here to take this round.
Certainly. I mean, it really feels like there isn't a single weak link in either team, honestly. Like, every single player has really been performing pretty damn well in both teams. I can't even figure out what a standout player would be. Maybe Crimson and for LGB or Dennis, because their entry fragging capabilities are so strong. But you can see Blade here with that. Look at the way he's aiming. You can tell that that spot he's worked out. The upper right side of the bell, so that I can throw this flash to it. I haven't seen this flash before, so I don't know exactly how it lands, but I'm quite curious to see how this works. And he's got his teammate there, Prizrak, flush with the sandbags, trying to give him the information of when to throw it, but it's not going to be necessary. They're not going to push Banana. They're going up A. You can see Olaf Mice are going to make the peek here, and that's going to be Fox with the AWP there. Takes Olaf down. That is really hard, because now Long is closed off. They have gained no ground. What do they do? Yeah,
he actually hit Crims as well, so that's pretty bad. I think they're just going to slow down the game now and hold positions, see if they're going aggressive. KerchNet. Okay, they're actually going for A here on short, with Crims going long, trying to backstab. Now he's going for short as well.
And here they go. Wow. Ouch. Exum nice getting 2 there, and he's looking for another one. He gets a 3rd frag as well. Exum is doing a wonderful job for his team there. And we're just talking about MVPs.
He might have just won the round there for them. So.
Yeah, this is incredibly important. I mean, this will push it to overtime, but it's now a 2-on-3. There is still a distinctive possibility there. But Exum, he's just tapping players down left and right with that AK. He's looking for the ace right here. Is he going to find it? Oh, and he does, Exum. He gets 5 kills, 5 headshots. What a play from Exum there. Just what a monster he is.
All 5 headshots as well.
All 5
really
headshots. I mean, MVP, I don't know who to call it, but that round was all Exum. My God.
Yeah, really.
Okay, this is an awesome game. This is a really tight game. We're going to go to overtime now. And my goodness. Looks like we're going to have a player rebooting. So might have just a small, in a couple minutes before, if he has an SSD at least.
Yeah, hopefully it does. Yeah.
Hopefully he's got an SSD, and we'll get back into the action very, very soon. But 15-15, I mean, LGB and KerchNet playing out of their minds, really. Yeah, because it's not like I've only seen, let's say, one situation, really, where I'm like, a bit cringe, and that was the one situation. I can't remember which player from KerchNet it was. I think was it World Edit? I think it was World Edit. That makes sense because he's the apartments player.
Yeah, exactly.
So he dropped down into the pit, and no one knew he was there.
No.
In pit, he was like all sneaky,
really sneaky, yeah.
And with the P2000, And maybe that was his undoing because he couldn't get the guy with planting the bomb.
That was really unfortunate. That should have been a frag, definitely.
Yeah.
He was even ducking, shooting it like not single fire, not spraying with the pistol, so should have definitely been a frag.
And his teammates then, I mean, if we imagine that's a frag, the bomb isn't down. It's, I think it would have been a 4 versus 4 at that point. And his teammates are very close. Yeah. So all of a sudden the bomb's down. They got to try to get it down. And they're stuck in the site. Yeah. So now all of a sudden the CTs are better positioning. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
They would have the upper hand for sure. I mean, they have one guy in the big pit. So if the Ts were to try to pick him off, they would have turned the backs to the other CTs. Yeah. They could have picked them in the back. So Fox or World Edit, it's really too bad he didn't get the frag because he could have won the round right there.
Yeah, it's actually, there's so many interesting moments in that game because we had a bunch of spots where the money was just so tight for either team that it, like the round victory gifts a couple rounds to the next team. Yeah. And we had this situation happen a couple times where like we'd have like a half buy or something in the next round and they switch it all the way around again. And if they had, let's say, done the eco and lost it or something, then all of a sudden they're in a position where their opponents have like kind of a solid economy. So like, I mean, this is like, I remember Fred was like always talking to me about like how to make buys that could be risky, but the potential to actually screw over the money completely for opponents is often worth that risk. Yeah, exactly. So even if it hurts you a bit. So it's like really interesting dynamic going on there. I don't know. So many awesome plays there. Maybe we can pull up Exum's statistics up on the screen momentarily and we can, there we go, got Exum's statistics there for you guys. He's been playing pretty well, as have most of his teammates. That's pretty decent, yeah. 55.8%, not bad. And Huitin was the top fragger for LGB. Maybe we should pull up Huitin as well, get him up on there. And there we go, got some stats from Huitin there as well. Huitin is a monster. Yeah, he's a monster, definitely. I mean, he's really been stepping up lately, I think. He's really grown with his team, which is really fun to see. The whole team is growing together, and that's really great that they're sticking together as well. Because there's so many roster changers around. It's very true. Yeah, that's boring. It feels like the scene doesn't go anywhere. That is actually like a massive point, and there's so many positive things from like for example with roster changes. Usually, what happens is people kind of looking for an easy fix, or there's frustration. Sometimes, okay, the chemistry isn't working. I think that's beyond everything the most important thing. But if it's results, I think that's less important than chemistry because you can always kind of fix results. But chemistry is kind of this thing that it's just natural and you can't really fix that. So maybe you do need a roster change. But a lot of people do the easy way out. It's like, oh, let's just try a new lineup or whatever. Yeah, switch a player, that's the standard thing to do. But those situations, again, like you're saying, they stick together. Like LGB stick together. So it's this situation where like each player becomes almost like the brand, like they form the brand that is the team. And like you look at Exum and you remember all the moments that that he was with his teammates and stuff with LGB, and it's like it really helps it as a spectator sport. It's so important, I think, that you get really established, consistent lineups. Look at NIP, for example. Yeah. NIP, people can criticize like Fifthler and all they want, for example. But he is a really good player, and he's got a great history with his team. They got a great chemistry, and that's the exciting part. It's not about making a dream team. It's about getting 5 guys who worked well together, and that's exciting to me. I don't know. Exactly. So it looks like they're getting ready to get in the game, and we're going to jump into the overtime here. If you've just joined us, it is round of 16 for the DreamHack online qualifier here for CS:GO, of course, and it's LGB versus KerchNet and 15-15 on Inferno. So here we go. Here we go. Back into the game. Let's see if LGB step things up, maybe try something different now. They're actually going for a fast pick here in apps, or try to get a fast pick. And we got Exum being annoying, and this is like such an annoying spot where Exum was, just at the lamppost, because you can only see like the helmet of the player, and it's like it almost blends in. Sometimes you can just totally miss it. It's really hard. Yeah, but it's a pretty risky spot as well, because they know Fox plays a lot of up and mid, so he could just pick him off really easily. It's like a double-edged sword, isn't it? Like your head's the only thing that's showing, so you're a small target. But at the same time, if you get touched, you're dead. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's only one part of you they can hit, and you will be dead instantly. So again, I've been playing a lot with Threat, and like one of the points. Oh, here we go. Okay, before I get into that point, here go the nades.
Same
Look
round
at these
again.
nades.
Yeah.
Beautiful nades here from Whit and his team. Again, exactly same round. Look at these perfectly placed smokes from LGB as they make their way in on this overtime into the site, and they're getting the counter flashing is great.
Yeah, they're doing a double fake actually. They're trying to make the CTs believe that they're going B, but they're actually staying in mid, totally quiet, just to see if someone pushes. No, they're gonna push.
Look at the stress here on Blade. He's like, he doesn't know what's happening. Had to go back and look at all the kills happening here. Dennis going to drop in from a palmer straight down onto the head of World of It there. And this is such a well played round here from LGB rather. And Blade coming in, back from B, trying to clean things up, but it's a 2 versus 3 now. His mate over at Library side. He's got to deal with this player over at the short. And Olafmeister's got a great angle and beautiful pick there onto Prizrak as he jumps in and can't quite get the next though. And Blade's going to try to make it happen with 1 health. Might as well. It's a 1-on-1. Can he tap him down? Headshot would be brilliant there. Can he find the place? Oh, he just missed it. Oh, unbelievable there. Exum will grab the frag, and that's the first round to LGB. But quickly making the point that Fret said to me, which was very, very interesting consideration when you're playing. There are some positions where it's much more beneficial to be showing as much of your body as you can, as opposed to like just your head being a target. Yeah. There are some spots when you're just defending sites or whatever, where or pistol situations where that's much more important. So it's like a thing to think about when you're making a decision on position.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So let's see. Any thoughts on that last round, apart from how beautiful it was from both teams? Because I think the counter flashes made them make that decision, but it was a beautiful reaction from.
Well, I liked LGB's tactic there to stay in mid and just try to wait them out and listen if they fall back and take it from there. I really like that very much.
I think Dennis is onto his old tricks again.
The thing was that they didn't really make a sound like they were falling back. So KerchNet, that's why KerchNet stayed so long. They could have had like 3 guys running down mid, you know, and then sneaking up back mid again. Or maybe had 1 guy fake B and let the other guy stay mid and just try to get a pick as they rotate. So, but it looks like they are going for a pick.
Oh, and Dennis can't quite find it this time.
That's so close.
That was quite fun. They were both sitting there for so long. Eventually, Dennis has to cower, tail between legs, and they have to reconsider their options. I mean, had Dennis got a pick there, I guess maybe that would change the decision-making options for them. But unfortunately, right now for KerchNet, they got 4 men in A, but they do have a quick rotation on Blade, relatively fast, and he's beautiful. They awaited, I think he is counting his head the right kind of time, so okay, if in about 10 seconds, that's when they can be at B. I need to rotate if there's no action here. And good timing there. Prizrak going to get 1 kill. Beautiful flank there as well. 3 going down. Crims does get the trade onto Prizrak, however, and Fox trying to spam through with the FAMAS, and it actually works. Beautiful, beautiful stuff there from the team of KerchNet.
Yeah, that was really, really good holding by Prizrak. He's really playing stable there on B. I think he's getting at least 2 players each round. They're going for B, so that's really solid play. That's what to expect from a B player. So.
And here we go. Let's see what LGB are going to do this time. They're going to make their way up mid, get a quick pick onto Fox there. That is very, very painful because losing your mid player so early in the round, especially the long player, that now it's uncomfortable. It's awkward, so awkward now for KerchNet. How do they play this? And that's a beautiful grenade there. Actually catches World at it, who for the first time in quite some rounds is playing offensively. I think he spotted him a little bit and spammed him down to 24 points of health. And here is the flash you can see from Blaze. Still, we haven't seen this flash land yet, but maybe someday soon. And Ubi going to go down there. Fortunately, it seemed like auto-projection missed that a little bit. And beautiful picks there from the bedroom, or rather a bit of an ambush going on. And the ninja action is put to a stop after 1 frag. And we've got a quick flank coming up here as well. But they're going to get onto the site, get the post-plant set up that they would like to get. And Blaze coming from Library, not the best of entry points here onto A. Can he find anyone to tap down? That's the question. Good flash there. They know his position. But do they know about this man here? Looks like they do now because he's getting spammed. Oh, no, he's going to get spammed down there. So Prizrak not going to find any love at all from the apartments. And looks like it's down to Blade, but Blade is going to get silenced by Whitten's AK.
Yeah, that was really good play by LGB there. If you saw while he was putting down the bomb, even then they were still searching for big pits of the players because they know that KerchNet likes to stick to the bomb site and try to play sneaky. So that was really intelligent play by LGB.
It looks like right now we have a lot of players just spreading out. They're doing the spread, and this is really down to, I guess at this point, KerchNet to try to catch LGB off guard a little bit, because so far LGB have been getting the drop on KerchNet in almost all the situations in this overtime. They've been kind of out playing them, out reading them, out decision making them, and right now it's all about LGB as they are 17-16. Of course, by no means is KerchNet far behind here. They have taken one round down, but can they get this one? Still a very slow start to this round as they are just working on map control, getting information, and making the call. And I guess a lot of what comes into their decisions is how they feel about certain positions of KerchNet, how strong they think they are, how weak they think they are, whether they think Dennis is going to win the duel against like World at it every time or not. So all these things factor into how they are going to make these calls here and what strategies they will apply.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're converging on second mid.
Yeah, looks like it.
And this looks like the same.
Yeah, it basically this.
Look how useless they make the player on long here.
Yeah.
And they're going to just push their way. And again, Crims in with the entry frag, looking for the second head, gets it with the spray. Beautiful stuff there. Picks up another weapon so he doesn't have to reload too much. And right now, LGB, it is all about them. And do you feel like this is more accurately representing what you would have anticipated this, like the way for this match to go? Because it did feel like LGB were playing really well, but somehow KerchNet just made it happen somehow. I don't know.
They took some big risk there that really paid out for them. So it was really fun to see them do these kind of things as well, like mixing it up and just not play the same standard rounds that you usually play.
Yeah,
and see. They're just gonna save their guns.
Oh no, he's get down. No, he just survived there. And actually, a bit disappointed there is Dennis. But you see the money there. It's like really not looking good at all for KerchNet, as they are going for a bit of a partial buy here. I mean, they did have Blade evening things out with he already had the M4, he kept it alive, as well as the AK from Prizrak. So what play are they going to make it? They could do something special, like you said before, AKs and 2 P250s. But what are they going to do?
Let's see here.
Looks standard.
I like this. Fox is playing pretty aggressively mid, just trying to get information where they are, picking down mid, second mid right now. Because LGB often goes like up mid pretty quickly, just to get a pick here in mid, so now he knows no one is here. There are probably a lot of people in second mid or towards B.
And you can see he knows now.
Yeah, they're gonna fall back from B now, so they're coming straight for A now.
Here they go, 5-7 jungle in hand, but Witten's got something to say about that. Picking off Ubik, going for the second spray down on Fox, and now there is a third player coming in, but I mean, they're probably going to want to save their weapons now. It's 4 AKs versus an M4 and another AK. I guess they're going to run and die. I suppose, yeah, looks like Prizrak. What's Prizrak up to right now? Let's go find him. There he is. Prizrak going to come through the apartments here, maybe just chill, wait for some exit kills. Definitely wants to keep that alive. Let's just check out the money situation. There's no one really around him at the moment. And there you go. Exon says last round and the Prizrak kills himself.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
There you go. So it seems like right now LGB are kind of coming into the kind of shape and for some of the rounds that we would have expected. KerchNet not doing anything too crazy to stop them, because some of LGB's plays look so well weaved together. You can see that I mean, when I see them sitting in second mid, readying those smokes, looking in the right spots, I have like got a smile on my face because of how well practiced that is for them. You can see that it's such a comfortable thing. They've done it. They've probably done it hundreds of times offline.
Yeah.
So
obviously,
it's definitely great to see that. I mean, we need to see more like really well fleshed out, well executed strategies with perfectly worked out smokes and flashes. And one of those rounds, I think my favorite round of the overtime had to be when KerchNet kind of read again successfully that they're going to push on A, and LGB were coming in for that play. And as you said, like they moved in and they stopped.
Yeah.
And the thing about that round as well is that KerchNet had really good counter flashes to stop the momentum of the rush as well. So it looked like a really well played round from KerchNet at that point, because they kind of stopped what LGB wanted to do. And then LGB like made a really quick decision. They're like, okay, hold. Yeah. Just hold the ground. Don't give any information away. Just hold this position. And then, as you said, they were like, I mean, imagine that. Imagine your mind state when that's happening. You're KerchNet, you're sitting there, you see all these smokes coming, like, okay, you're getting ready for a rush. All of a sudden, silence. It's like, that is tense, because you're like, what are they doing? Are they running around? Are they going to come back, or are they going to double fake it?
I mean, so good play by LGB.
But here we go. We're going to go in game. We are live. Once again, this is the second part of the overtime. And LGB definitely with a great advantage here going into this right now. As we can see, 19-16 is the current score for them in this overtime. We've got PrizRack, though. He's pushed himself right into the apartment. Well, not right into the apartments, but into the balcony. Could go boiler if he wants to. And it seems like the response time could be really, really, really fast here from LGB. They've got two players very close to the apartments here, both playing from short. They're going to rotate one. It's going to be Dennis who's going to run all the way around to long here, which is quite smart. And perhaps they're reading a B. Who knows? But here come some flashes. The blade just flashing over there. Looks like this is a bit of an awkward round here for KerchNet. I mean, it's not the same kind of flow we see from LGB's T round, which seems more structured. But here they go anyway. They land the really money smoke there, blocking off long. They're going to get their way up short, and they've only got one player in apartments, though. So they're not going to have a strong push from short and apartments at the same time. Now they're holding back again. So it's it feels a bit awkward so far, but can they make this work? They're going to find one player at Arch there. He's going to go down. Ubik's going to try to make his way through, but they get caught on the side of the head. Beautiful series of frags there from LGB. It seemed almost too easy.
That was really quick. What happened? They had really good setups. They had the best angles, you know.
But what happened to KerchNet?
I mean, they just ran into their crosshairs, basically. LGB had each other's back, and KerchNet got destroyed.
It seemed like so strange because they smoked off long, and then they pushed some players through long. So and they had like some grenades going into short as well. They got the pick on short, so they could have gone short in apartments, but then there's just one player on apartments. So it felt like so indecisive. But right now it looks like they're going to go for a bit of a push here in apartments. No messing around. They don't play it slow like LGB tend to. And there is a quick pick from PrizRack there, but the trade does go down. Ubik going to work his way back around here. And that's indicative of a banana, as that smoke is blocking them off of that entry through to mid. So here are going the trades up on banana as KerchNet try to force their way in. And that's all they've got right now. Just force their way in. Doubling back at this point is an option, though, because it's now 3 versus 2. The low number of players on LGB's side is going to really help them.
Yeah,
here.
Look at this. They're falling back now, but LGB reads it pretty fast. Let's see what Dennis can do here from long with up.
Oh, and he does go down. Beautiful shot there from Dennis. And here is the frag going down onto Dennis. The trade, very important there from Ubik. But the problem is they know where he is now, but he does have 40 seconds to work with. So he could go for some fakes here if he wanted to, but he's just going to go in, go for the aim battles, spots one player, and this is really bad. They set up ahead of time here. Ubik's in a terrible position. Can he get the pick, though? He's got to make it quick. Can't quite get the frag. It's too awkward. It's too laboured for him to get any of the frags. Finally does get one. Can he make the second one happen? No, the grenade. What a money grenade right there. And that is the good game. LGB are going to take that in what was a very intense match.
Yeah, that last round was very intense. It could have gone either way, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's the...
I mean, that Dennis even went for that other frag where he died. That's just strange. And XM pushing in sight when they're 2-on-1, that's actually very weird as well. You could have just played it safe, stayed together, doing a retake. But they took the run anyway and won. So. And
it could have gone any way because he had the 1-on-1 like 2 or 3 times. But the other CT was just like sitting in the site, just chilling in the site. And so it's a 1-on-1, and he had the AKs. I mean, just take a headshot there, it becomes a 1-on-1, and anything can happen at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy. I think that was a beautiful display of Counter-Strike. What a fantastic way to start off the
great game, first day. Yeah, indeed.
So if you just joined us, of course, this is FACEIT TV. I'm DDK, joined by Zeron here, and we are, of course, covering the DreamHack online qualifiers for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. That was a round of 16 game between LGB and KerchNet. LGB barely clinching it in what was a really beautiful game, but we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more action here live on FACEIT TV, so stay with us. We'll see you soon.